Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the news behind the news of Ralph Cantav on Mix 94.7 FM. And I hope that you guys have been having a blessed week so far. This afternoon, I'm glad to have with me a wonderful couple who I think is also role model in our society. You know, as we tend to highlight some leaders, you know, and different professionals on the island, it's also good to showcase, you know, real stories of real people here on the island doing great stuff. And with that, I have with me this afternoon Mr. Dino Arrundell and his wife Brenda. Good afternoon. Thank you guys for coming to the program.
Good afternoon. Thank you.
Good afternoon. Thank you.
Okay, great. So, on at least for this afternoon, we won't get too much into the lovey-dovey stuff, but don't be afraid to share a little bit because you know, I mean. I know very well what it's like to do work you guys do in terms of being a couple in business. We have several on the island, and I think that's a phenomenal thing because, for one, you know, there's a lot of positivity on St. Martin.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, we can complain about certain stuff, but, you know, when you see examples of people who are very hardworking, also make an effort to give back to our society and stuff, that is very commendable. So to start off, I'll just have you guys share a bit about yourselves, and then we're going to the main discussion for today. So tell us a little bit more about yourselves.
Oh, okay. My name is Dino Arrundell, better known as Captain D, the owner of the Captain Rib Shack, Simpson Bay. Was born here in St. Martin, grew up in Anguilla, went to college in the United States, Johnson, Wales. I think many of us did that. Came back, started working at Winair as a pilot, still working at Winair as a pilot. And 10 years ago, I wanted to do something more, and I opened the Rib Shack. And it's been a road, and it's been an experience. And to do it all over again, I would. I would do it all over again. I enjoy everything I do.
Great.
Have a wonderful time.
That's great. And yourself?
My name is Brenda Arrundell, born Lake. Was born here in St. Martin, married to this great man, Dino Arrundell, Captain D. And yes, power couple and doing what we love to do. Okay.
So basically, you know, with the Rib Shack starting, you say as a vision, you wanted to do more. How did the idea came about? I mean, for those who may not know, you know, your mom has been in the food
My
business.
My family has been
so your whole
in the
family.
food business for quite some time. We had Marge's place in Colby. My aunt, my mother, has been in food for over 40 years. You know, from Caravanserai, Mullet Bay times.
Yeah, quite a while back.
Yeah, way back. So when I came back and I started flying, you know, you get your income and you realize, okay, this is what it is. But I wanted to do more. I wanted to do more for myself. So the opportunity came up to get one of these little shacks to do little side stuff like barbecue on side of the road. So we got a Rib Shack and we got a license and we started back in 2012, 2013. And it was a battle. It was tough. I would not say it was not tough, but it was something that we learned a lot. We learned a lot, gained a lot of experience. And yeah, the rest is history. Today we enjoy more what we do now than ever. We look forward to getting up every morning to go do what we got to do. Every day, man. We really enjoy to meet people, you know, the tourists, locals across the board, and it's a great experience talking to folks.
Okay, so when you say you had a specific affinity for doing barbecue, that's why you decided?
That's why, yeah. Because I looked at St. Martin, what's available, what's being done. We had Lee's. Yes, Lee's was well known, but that was the only one at the time. So I decided something to build different than what he was doing.
Okay.
To a degree. And we started that, 2012, 2013, and yeah.
Okay, so I would like to break that down a little bit as far as, I guess, get more into the story. You know, and one, you know, when you were scoping out the places where you want to be.
Yes.
Of course, this where you are is a sweet and amazing spot. So what was that like, trying to figure out where you want to set up? And if you give us more detail on the process of even getting a license.
That was a challenge, finding the right spot. You know, business location is the key. That plot of land is government land. Every day I drive by and I'll see the land, and like there was nothing, there was trash basically. And a shack became available on the location. We went from a gentleman, and there's a sign. We rented it. We looked at the location, like this is perfect. There was endless. There's a lot of parking. We were open air, and we felt we could do something great right there on the beach. Number one, The strip wasn't as busy then compared to now. So it was in the beginning infancy of the strip in Simpson Bay when we started. There was no nightclubs really. Sagi was
because and the nightclub was still in Maho, not necessarily.
Maho was the place to be. So we started there, and we just started growing every day, every year. We get more customers and grow into what we have today. The process was a little difficult because, especially dealing with the regulatory department, government. One department saying one thing, the other department saying something else. So it was difficult to get the right information as to how to go forward and do it.
Okay.
That was one of the difficult parts.
Well, given that start, was it a hassle in terms of getting your things in order? Like, one thing that they're particularly strict on is, food safety and all that.
Yes.
So with that, how can you also detail your
Well, one of the things we didn't realize, we had to have the safety plan. Food handling permit, we weren't aware of those. So we had to go around and find it, do the tests, go through all the classes. Because one of the things, you want to be safe. We did that. It took some time to get it done, but we got it done officially. And we got visits from the health department from time to time, inspections, to make sure things was going right. And we had no problems. But that was about it mostly. The other permitting issues, I guess that's local, that's normal around St. Martin. Getting the right permit, the way you want to get it done, that's one part that I think we didn't care much for. There's a lot of negativity. You're local, you're trying to find something to do, and there's no one place where you get all the answers. You have here, to run around, and then you get conflicting answers over here. So it was always an issue.
Well, what was challenging, because we both at that time had jobs, so that was the challenge. Like if you have a job, you cannot have a vending permit. So that was the roadblock for us in the beginning. That was a huge challenge. Like, you guys have a job, this is not for you.
Oh, I see. Yeah, because so in a sense then you're being limited because I mean
not being able to find other or extra resources.
And right now there's some of the conversations that dominate anything around finance is the fact that you are being encouraged to ensure that you have at least 2 streams of income for one individual, not even for the household. I guess perhaps you guys had to, in a sense, break through so that others can
exactly because the restrictions that we have rules, the regulations that's currently on the books, they're antiquated. We all know that. They're the 60s, the 50s. They don't really they're being applied today, but they haven't really changed over the time to make it more beneficial, easier for us to go forward business-wise. So that's one of the challenges we had to get over actually. And like I say, resources. There aren't many resources for locals in St. Martin. Number one, being land. There isn't much land to choose from to go and do business the way you want to do it in St. Martin, especially in that area. It's very limited.
And then without so as you said, without the resources, you upfront you're priced out.
Yes, off the bat. If you don't have $3,000, $4,000 a month to give for
then that's kind of conservative.
Yeah, a business, you have that amount of money up front, and that's just a start. You didn't buy your supplies, the equipment, you got to pay staff, utilities. If you don't have that money, you don't go nowhere.
So when you guys started, for one, what was it like then juggling, the job and then the shack? But then it was just you two.
Yeah, it was us.
So what was that like?
We had our shift started at 8 in the morning. We worked, and we would open the shack at 6 p.m. and 6 until maybe 2 or 3 in the morning. That's how we started. Oh yeah, it was tough, man. It was tough.
Yeah, so we would get up. So we would get up because I had a young baby when we started it, and when Dino came to me about the idea, I was like, "Are you sure?" So I was like, "Asking me, you're crazy." So it's like, this is what I want to do. So I was like, okay, let's do it. And I had a young baby at that time. So I would go to work. Both of us had our jobs for 8 o'clock. I would finish at 5. I had to pick up my son from the daycare and go straight to the shack for 6 o'clock.
So he grew up.
And that is his playground. Yeah, he grew up there. And I would reach home like 2 in the morning with a baby from 8 the previous morning. Yeah. So, and we only could have done it because we love what we were doing at that time and still love. So, yeah.
Yeah, because sacrifice.
Yes.
Highlighted bold sacrifice and risk. You know,
we were sacrificing for ourselves.
Exactly.
So that's what made it real worthwhile.
Yeah,
You know?
because in the same vein, you're doing it for your children.
Yes. Oh, yes.
That's
Yeah.
right.
You know, I think that is important to highlight because you know, no great entrepreneur started with it all.
No.
And even those who would you can say had more resources, the bottom line is with every entrepreneur you have to put in the work.
Have to.
So whether you got a gift of $2 million, you know, from your father or whatever, you know, many would work 18-hour days. You know, you still have to put in a great level of work.
We're still doing that today sometimes.
Yeah.
We're still doing it.
But then it comes to a point sometimes you don't feel it.
It's a norm.
Yeah.
You know, in the morning you get up and, you know, it's 6, 7. The stores open at 8 to start shopping, whatever. And we don't get done until right now because of COVID. We close at 11, 12. But there were nights we go home 4 in the morning.
Yeah.
Some days we went straight to dawn. Yeah, sunrise, we be there.
Yeah.
You know? But again, it's a passion.
Yeah.
You know, I tell no one, if you can do something, do what you love. Don't do it for money. Do what you love. The money will come.
Yeah.
But do what you love, and it'll make it a lot easier.
So in that start phase as well, so you guys were prepping all the meat and everything your own self.
Yeah.
So what was it like when you noticed, you know, you started to get that traction, now that growth phase, and planning to start to get staff? Can you detail, you know, your approach to that and you know, alleviating some of the load?
That was something we had to do because our jobs became more demanding. You know. So we couldn't spend the amount of time we wanted to spend there in the beginning at that phase. So we had to get staff in to assist us to do the grilling, to do the selling, and there's where we started to grow in that department. It was fun. You know what I mean? It freed us up more to do more with the customers.
Yeah.
You know, you can sell all you want, but the customer service aspect of it has got to be key.
Yeah.
I don't care how good your food is. If you got bad service, you got a problem. So we try to make our customer service, our relationship with our customers, our paramount concern. Make sure everybody's okay, and then everything falls into place.
So, you know, as you shared, you know, it's funny because as you're talking about it now, I'm looking back, I'm like, you know, things change so fast sometimes, you don't recognize. Because I remember, I think one of you shared a post of how you start to where it is now.
Yep.
But even thinking, like, in general, it's a matter, you know, like, it's great to capture some of the memories because, you know, you look back and it's like, wow, I forget some man, I used to look at this. Because indeed, the area wasn't developed.
No, it wasn't.
But it is now. So in the process of, you know, when the news was announced that, that area would be the parking lot stuff we put in place. What was it like for you guys adopting, but also, you know, ensuring that, you know, with the changes that the government was making, that you weren't excluded?
It was challenging to say the least because there wasn't much communication between ourselves and the government. I'm there. Okay, you're saying you're going to do this. Okay, but I'm there. What is transition phase? Where do I go? What do I do? So we had to work it out for ourselves, and that's why we are where we are. We had to fix it. You know, we just placed ourselves there. I got a permit for the location, so you can build a parking lot. That's fine. Well, I'll go in the parking lot, right? And then find the right location on the parking lot, knowing that location is key to your business. So that's where we chose that corner. So everybody were visible from either direction you come in, you can see us.
Would you say that was much of a battle to finalize that?
But I would say yes, because they wanted us to move to a different location.
Entirely?
Entirely. Get off the parking lot, go down to the airport road down there somewhere. And that wasn't conducive. That wasn't something we cared to discuss. It wouldn't be the same. So we stayed there. We had a discussion going back and forth, and then we allowed to stay there. And then we had Irma.
Yeah.
And that changed things again.
And how did that impact you guys?
We lost everything. But we lost the shack.
Yeah.
We had us.
Yeah.
You know, we had us. Once we have us, we good.
Yeah.
We had us. We said, okay, we're going to build back. And we built back, put the shack back down, and we started. And then government now came on. So, okay, the only beach accessible to tourists is where you are. You can't do it by yourself. We're going to bring the other shacks to assist you. And that's when the other shacks came on board. and we all started to work
which basically enhanced the experience.
Yes.
Yeah.
So again, that's why I think it goes to show that sometimes you gotta start things despite what is around you, because you could also have been demotivated and say, man, this area ain't developed, you got some garbage around, or you like more utilities and stuff, but that persistence led to not basically, but frankly as well, if there's one of the main hotspots in Simpson Bay, it's right there. And I think what is even greater is that more support, at least from what I observe, is your local population. Because for too long we've had businesses that really frankly disregard the local clientele. And it's only during the pandemic we have to earn people then you start getting the so-called local deals and stuff.
Right.
But I think it goes to show that when you empower your people empower others.
Yeah, exactly.
And then you create that culture of supporting each other, because again, it is really one of the main hotspots in the area.
It is. And we are tourist driven, and that's what tourists like to see. We look to other places for inspiration. We went to Barbados, Oystins. They have Oystins fish fry, same strip concept, but they do a lot more.
Yeah.
Right? And St. Kitts have the strip next to Marriott. Angola have the strip.
Jamaica in Mobi. Yeah, they
exactly. And that is the draw for
Trinidad, etc.
Exactly. So, French side have the lows. What do we have on the Dutch side? We have nothing really. It's two different countries, I may put it. We are one, but we're two different countries. We have to promote ourselves. So that's why we wanted to do. One of the strips, the shacks came, we saw an opportunity to create something resembling what those other countries have. And there's where we are right now. We still have a lot more work to do because we need assistance. We can't do it on our own. We need assistance from our government. We need their vision as well. How can we make this spot to market, not just us, but Seymour?
Because it is what the service you offer, the product that you're offering is also what we promote. Is what contributes to our bread and butter.
Experience,
yeah. I like that, and that's the word, the experience.
Experience.
Yeah.
And what we can do to make it a positive experience, let's do it.
I think, I don't know, again from observation, what stands out too is it becomes a hub for mingling. And what I mean by that is you see tourists and locals comfortable. I mean, that's something we've always had.
Right.
But, just seeing it specifically at that location in particular, you see.
It's a beautiful sight.
Yeah. Yeah.
We love it, man.
Which sells him, Martin.
It does. Everybody's standing there, they're sitting, they're eating, they're smiling, they're having a good time, they're dancing. We have entertainment there at night now. People having a good time. What else do you want? There's nothing better. There's nothing better than seeing a group of individuals from all walks of life. We had some folks from Eastern Europe, Americans, South Americans there a few years ago, all mixing and having a good time. There's nothing better than that.
So one of the things I'm curious about is, for example, the elements of your license, because if I'm not mistaken, you guys had to be closed at a certain time. Was that changed?
Well, we have our permit give us operating hours, and we work within those hours. Based on the COVID issue, the hours have been changed generally for everyone, and we follow the hours the same. But I think our hours are from, I think, in the morning until 1 a.m., and that's hours we work within.
Oh, within your permit?
Yeah.
Okay, that is fair.
Yeah.
Okay.
I got no problem with that. That's fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Miss Arrundell, anything you'd like to share? I know you're an expressive person, so I don't want to limit it to just Dino talk.
Well, it's our baby, but it's more, Dino's baby. And I help to, nurture it and take care of it and, give it a lot of loving. With my smile, my personality, it really makes me feel good, especially our repeat customers.
Yeah.
We see them come back every year, sometimes within months, and visit us. And it warms our heart when they come, and it's like they're so happy that we are still there.
Come direct to us, yeah.
They come looking for us. You guys are still there. We are so happy. Yeah. And that really makes us feel good. Like Dino said earlier, it's a joy getting up in the morning, going and doing what we love to do.
I think
that's at the Rib Shack.
With that, what adds to the experience is the homey feel. Because then people feel like somewhere familiar, like where they want to.
And that
First name
family
basis,
too. Because even with our staff, they're not just workers, they're part of us. They're like family. And the guests, they see that. It's like, this is a family business. Yes, it is.
Yeah. So one of the things that's natural, especially in the food business, is sometimes they make errors, you know?
Definitely.
So what is your process? Yeah, in life in general. But what is your process, in that element regarding customer service that,
Well, every day we work on it.
Yeah,
Every day. Every day there's a little mistake, but it's so much easier when you catch up on it fast, earlier.
Yeah.
Instead of it just stay there and linger. That's why it's important for us that we are always there. We might have the eye, but the staff mightn't have the eye. So that's why, it's important that we always there to keep that eye out to make sure and ensure that things go, good.
That's just why you talk about the customer service part of it.
Yeah.
That's critical. I always say you can have good food, bad service, you can lose customers. You have good service, the food is not that great, you get a chance to get a customer back.
Yeah.
So our thing from...
And you strive for both.
Of course, we strive for both.
Yeah.
You make mistakes, we're human,
Yeah.
Chick may get too burned, a rib may get too dry, it happens. But if you see it and there's an issue, fix it. Just fix it. Don't argue about it, fix it. Take it to the customer.
So one of the things that article did come out recently, basically some grievances that you guys shared, particularly relates to utilities. Was there any update that you guys have gotten since?
I think there has been.
There has been in terms of utilities. It started out very slow, but I see it, moving forward and it's progressing. So I really want to commend, those persons in charge that really had an ear out to our grievance and our concern. So I would say, yes, they are working on it.
And that was mainly to having the electricity. And water.
We have water, but the electricity.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So you make do by generator or?
We have a shared system.
Okay, gotcha.
Shared system, yeah.
Gotcha.
But everybody wants to have their own. You have your own.
Yeah, of course.
Control,
Yeah.
Not dependent on somebody else or something else. Like to have your own.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, even as, of course, the Martin should have its own vision, but, as you guys being there, what do you foresee, as far as growth?
That's a very difficult question to answer because we have our goals. We have our own vision. But at the same time, we are not in charge of that area. It's not our land.
Yeah.
So we have to work with other folks, government, and we'd like to see what they have planned on how we can work together. Preferably work together.
Yeah.
To make them there a better location for not just us, but anybody else. If they have a plan to do something else, where do we come in? How do we intertwine in that plan? Because there's no other option for us.
Yeah.
We can't pick up shop and go someplace else. That's not an option. There's no place else to go. They talk about all of the resources. There are no more resources. There's no more land. So anything that is going to be done there, we have to be a part of it. We like to be a part of it. Because on forward we can go. We can't go backwards. We can't be there for a time and then say, okay, we're done, we're going home. That's not really an option for us. Because,
your end goal is, of course, well among other stuff, create a legacy.
Of course.
You have... like with every country, for example, every country, like if you go to Paris, you definitely want a croissant from Paris, although you could get it here, you know what I mean? So you want to go, exactly. So you want to get those iconic products or stuff from so when people come, they know that your location will be among those that people can go to for. Yeah.
Right. And again, like I said before, it's not just for the Rib Shack; it's a St. Martin thing.
Yeah.
We promote St. Martin. I never talk about Rib Shack alone. I talk about St. Martin in general.
Yeah. So, but as far as presently, what other areas for improvement that you see could be necessary to, whether it's enhance the area and whatnot?
Well, I'd like to see more government involvement in what we're doing down there, more promotions.
Beautification
of the area. They don't have to spend the money, we'll do it. Yeah. Beautify the place. Let's put a plan together, a concise plan. What do you want to do? Let's sit around the table. Let's work it out. Let's do it. Because it benefits all of us.
Yeah.
That's what we like to see more going on, more involvement with the other relative agencies, VAMI and the TIAT, Tourist Department. Come down there, how can we make this place better, attractive ways for all of us?
Gotcha.
You know, that's what we like to see.
Yeah.
You know.
So and with that, of course, this year or the end of this year is when your permit ceases.
Right.
So have you had any present talk with the current Minister of TIAT just to get an update or at least initiate the process of then coming up with that plan, or is that in the works?
Well, I think
we haven't had a sit down table. We would maybe have a little conversation, but I think a conversation with the vendors and the ministry is indeed needed, because it's in a few months. So we need to, because right now we are operating on a maybe.
Yes, but we want surety.
Exactly. So we want that surety. So I think that conversation is needed.
Yes.
So we urge them to reach out to us, and we also will reach out to them.
Gotcha. Okay. And then finally, as we shared earlier, businesses also, with sacrifice, it comes the risk and trying out different opportunities. I'm sure persons maybe have thrown that out at you at probably a captain franchise.
Yes.
So I know that you opened up formally at Kobe. So are you looking at also
branching out? Yes, we are. Yes, we are. We were looking at it. It's a lot of work.
Yeah, of course.
It's a lot of work. It's scary, because the last thing you want to do is to lose the true essence of who you are. Once you start franchising, you lose certain control elements of your business. Your dream. You don't want to do that. You want to do whatever you do. You want to do it in a way where you keep control over the processes of how the food is being handled, seasoned, cooked. Yeah, that's what the big franchises do. You want to do the same thing. You want that unique experience, whether it's here in Kobe or someplace else. You want to control that. And that's what we're focusing on right now, trying to see how we can do that. How can that be done? Gotcha.
And then one thing I definitely had to mention is, because I've seen, this is something you've consistently been posting on Facebook, which is a matter of attention, the rise in food costs. Because, there are other many costs associated with business, but in food business, your main basis is food. Could you detail, some of the main products that, you've seen prices skyrocket in that regard?
Every product that we work with, we have seen an increase, a dramatic increase in cost. Let me give you a simple example. Cooking oil. We bought the 5-gallon cooking oil. We buy it every week for our fryers. It used to be $26.30, $26.40 for the 5-gallon. The most expensive one was $31. And you would curse when you have to buy the one for $30 because the one for $26 is not there. But imagine, within 24 hours, you go into shop, oil is now $60. That's what we had to deal with. Oil went overnight from in the 30s to $60 for 5 gallons. And that's one of the prices we had to contend with. All right? How do you work around that? There's no choice. Everything we have touched, lettuce, seasonings, oil, gas prices, everything has skyrocketed. And for small businesses like us, we have to watch every dime. You know what I mean? It's tough. It's very tough. Some things you have to cut out.
Yeah.
You have to. Fish has gone up. You name it. You name it across the board.
And you have to adjust your price accordingly.
Yeah. But at the same time, you realize it's a worldwide thing. It's not just CMART going through it. I mean, we going through it more because we are real close knit. But it's a world situation.
Yeah.
We see folks complaining Dominica, Angola, Tortola.
Yeah.
They can't afford to buy this anymore because of the prices right in Stacia. Huge problems. But it's what it is.
Yeah.
But you just have to, this is what's going on, mitigate the situation, and just move on. If you can't go through it and fix it, go around it. That's us.
Yeah, because that also pushes you to increase your service.
Yes.
Because then the competition becomes even more tight.
Yeah.
Because everybody is watching their dollars.
Yeah. Certain things, there's where you have to watch your costs overall. You can't raise the prices the way you want to raise the prices. That won't work.
Yeah, because I guess from that standpoint, one of the things you really recognize is nations around the world, most of us, is domestic production.
Yep.
And the need for food security.
Yes.
Because, we've close to that point. Very, very close.
My wife handles all the accounting. She sees the numbers. And it's stressful. I mean, she called me, didn't see the price of this? Like, it's what it is. I'm to buy it or don't buy it. Like, we need it, so buy it. Yeah. But there's no way around it. There's no way around it. We are import island. We import everything. You know, and those guys blame logistics, they blame the shippers, they blame the manufacturers. We got about to blame, we got to take it.
Yeah.
You know, so we kind of stuck with the ball in our hands.
So, I guess on this note, as far as, you know, you work hard, but you got to play hard too.
Oh yeah.
So, for both of you, share, you know, what's your downtime like? What do you do to also, you know, give work a rest? Because, you know, you do need that one day at least, you know, that you could just enjoy each other and put the business aside.
My wife like the plan. You know, women, they like the plan. But me, I impromptu. I just, hey, let's go here. Just go. Yeah, I mean, but my wife like her vacations, fun vacations, and I'll leave discuss that part.
Yeah, I was just gonna say so. That's your domain.
Well, I love we time. I love to travel. So this is what we work hard and we play hard. We play good hardness. So we travel, you know, to some very interesting, fun places. We usually, you know, during the week, we take a few hours off for each other, and then it's like we got to go back.
Yeah.
So we make sure that is in place. I always follow the scripture in Ecclesiastes 3, where there's a time for everything.
True.
You know.
True.
So that is what I live by.
Yeah. Make time for everything.
Yes.
Great. Okay, that's great. Yeah, it's definitely because you know, bottom line is you try not to make your work you. You know, your work is your work, but you are different. Yeah. You know, so with that.
So with working hard, you know, I look forward to those fun days.
Definitely.
So that's why I get up every day. It's like, let's do it, it, because I know the results after.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm on vacation every day.
Yeah, that's what he said.
I go fly every day. I enjoy what I do. I come by the shack. I enjoy the experience. I enjoy every day of my life, man. I guess when you get older, like I'm 50, almost 50 this year.
Still young.
Yeah, man, I'm still young. I'm gonna be young forever. You realize life is what you make of it, and I try my best to. No matter what goes on, I realize the older you get, the less stress you take on. I don't get upset like before. I don't freak out like before. I just find ways to enjoy my life, and no matter what I do. And that's all I believe in. Life and happiness and health, that's all I care for.
Definitely. Definitely. So with that, I would like to thank you guys so much for coming. For sure, you know. And as I said in the beginning, you know, you guys are definitely a role model for society. And, you know, you're very persistent in particularly while you're doing your business, you still make an effort to give back, you know, to others.
Have to.
So
we believe in giving back. I mean, we didn't get where we are by being one-sided. We have to encourage, motivate, give back how we can give back to Ian and everybody else, because I would love to see more of us doing what we're doing. Not particularly food, but if you got a dream, you got a passion for something, try it.
Yeah.
Try it. Just try it.
Yeah.
Only way you're gonna start by trying.
That's right.
It's not gonna happen for you like somebody's doing it for you. Let's go and try it.
Hey, you know, I think I just add another business idea for you, Dino. Motivational speaking. I think it's good for you on the real. You got a voice right already, so definitely. Yeah. So thank you guys again, and to our viewers and listeners, thank you guys for listening.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, be sure to tune in again tomorrow.
All right, guys.
Thank you.